Every community has a past. Remembering that past is critical for every community to move forward. Communities gather to celebrate their past at all types of reunions and civic holidays. Communities also remember their past in day-to-day activities such as paging through scrapbooks, yearbooks, photo albums, and conversing with community elders. Formal activities such as family and school history research and visits to museums, libraries, or archives are also occasions for communities to find out about their past. 21st century digital technology is and will be critical for the future of community memory. An information revolution is underway, leading global transformation in health, education, business, culture, and in the diverse activities of our daily lives. This revolution cannot and will not bypass any underserved or low-income community. Every person in every neighborhood is impacted and therefore challenged to act. One way to act is to help digitize community memory so that when a community goes online, it can find out about itself and its history. This video tutorial focuses on digitizing school yearbooks to enhance community memory. Besides the telephone book or the city directory, the school yearbook is the most important non-governmental document in any community's memory since it includes within its pages records of most long-term community members. The school yearbook is also a fantastic tool for families researching and sharing family history with digital technology. This video tutorial shows one way to digitize and share online school yearbooks. We encourage viewers of this video to try out the procedures we have outlined in this video and to build upon them. Please note that in addition to this video tutorial, we have also released a print tutorial with exercises on how to do community digitization. Please visit eBlackCU.net to access this tutorial and to get information on topics covered in this video tutorial. At the website, please also give us feedback so we can improve both this video and the print tutorial.
Getting started. A yearbook digitization project does not have to cost a great deal of money, but it will require a fair amount of time invested in the project. This section provides an overview of the types of resources needed to develop and sustain a yearbook digitization project. Before starting the project, it is necessary to take stock of the resources you have available. These resources can be subdivided into financial resources or money, human resources or skilled individuals, community resources or resources embedded in communities such as community goodwill and trust, which could drive volunteerism to support the project, and technical resources or software, hardware, and other technical resources. The balance of these four types of resources will differ from project to project. We recommend prioritizing community resources so that the project becomes a community asset owned by all and contributed to by all. A brief example will show how community resources can help your project. Say you would like to launch a yearbook digitization project but you don't own a scanner. You have two options. A, you could purchase a scanner relying entirely on financial resources, or B, you could search within your community, starting with the people you know and trust, for a site such as a public library or high school that has a scanner you could use for the project at no cost. This is the community resources approach. We recommend, as much as possible, trying to rely on community resources so that the yearbook digitization project becomes a community asset owned and contributed to by all. In the eBlackCU project, we received a grant from the University of Illinois Vice Chancellor for public engagement to hire 3 high school students who did much of the digitization. You may be able to secure a small grant from your local government, State Humanities Council, state library, or other organizations to hire community individuals to help digitize the yearbooks. Alternatively, you may want to put a call out for volunteers, perhaps directed to groups such as the local genealogical or historical society that may have an interest in seeing yearbooks available online.
Before you start digitizing, you need to decide how you will make the digital yearbooks available in the community. What you need to do is develop a digital distribution strategy, This distribution strategy could be as simple as placing the digitized yearbooks on digital discs and making them available at local libraries. The distribution strategy could also involve creating a project website and digital library. This video tutorial presents the digital distribution strategy followed by the eBlackCU project. We decided to purchase both server space and register a URL or online address with a web hosting company called DreamHost. A web hosting company provides server space that individuals do not need to set up and maintain their own servers to create websites. Although DreamHost does not have very strong technical support at its lowest rate, it does offer large amounts of web hosting space at very little cost. The cost for maintaining the eBlackCU project online is approximately $170 per year. There are many other options you can choose to get your community's yearbooks online and available in the community. Please consult the print tutorial for more information on these options. After you develop some plans for digital distribution, it is time to start digitizing. To start, you need to find both the yearbooks you want to digitize and the equipment needed to digitize them. There are many places you can go to look for local yearbooks. Often local libraries and school libraries will have yearbooks. You could also consult a local historical society or museum. Finally, don't neglect the many yearbooks that families collect and treasure. Placing a call for yearbooks in your local newspaper or on local electronic mailing lists is a great way to generate participation in the project. When you get the yearbooks, you still need to decide how to digitize them. There are at least 3 options for digitization, and each have drawbacks and advantages. A flatbed image scanner can produce higher resolution, full-color digital scans that capture the full detail of the original image. However, these scans are often small and frequently quite slow. Another option is do-it-yourself, or DIY book scanning, in which you create or purchase your own digitization mount. This option is only recommended for individuals with a great deal of knowledge of photography and construction. A third option is a multifunction photocopier, which can produce scans at a much quicker pace than flatbed scanners. Multifunction photocopiers have become increasingly available in many office environments. They typically do not produce digitized images at as high a resolution as flatbed image scanners. In the eBlackCU project, we use a multifunction photocopier available during the summer months on the University of Illinois campus for our digital yearbook project.
Before you start digitizing, it is important to know about the different digital file formats and resolutions available for digitization. The formats and resolutions you choose will affect your ability to make the digital yearbooks available online and to preserve the digital files for long-term access. For digital books, the most common file formats are TIFF, PDF, and JPEG. JPEGs and PDFs are quite common online. TIFFs are rarely found online but are commonly used in digital library creation. TIFF files are image files that are much larger than JPEGs. The reason TIFFs are so big is that they are uncompressed, meaning that no matter how many times you move your TIFF file from hard drive to hard drive, the image quality will not degrade. JPEGs, in contrast, are a lossy file format. This means that as you transfer JPEGs from hard drive to hard drive, they will gradually degrade and lose resolutions as they go through cycles of compression and decompression. Finally, PDF files are a convenient file format to combine multiple TIFFs or JPEGs into a single file, so that you can create one large PDF file that contains every page of an entire yearbook. In addition to file formats, there are also different resolutions for scanning. You can scan at 72, 300, 600, 1200, or higher DPI or dots per inch, and at 24, 48, or higher bit color. DPI refers to the resolution at which the scan is created. The higher the DPI, the higher the number of dots that are scanned for every square inch of a document. Bits of color refer to the number of bits used to represent the color of a single pixel. Without going into great technical detail, high DPI scans made with high bit color result in high quality digital images, but also result in quite large digital files. For the eBlackCU project, we scan at 600 DPI, 16-bit grayscale, and uncompressed TIFF files. The main thing to consider at the digitization stage are A. Who will do the digitization, and B. What steps can you take to ensure the digitization produces high-quality, complete scans? Regardless of who does the work, you want to develop steps to make sure you are getting good scans. You will want to make a one-page guide sheet outlining digitization procedures to ensure that volunteers are making good scans. In addition, here are a few things to watch out for. A. Make sure whoever digitizes the yearbook places the yearbook surface firmly against the scanning bed. If the yearbook is raised, the scanner will produce images with big black spots. B. Make sure the yearbook fits on the scanner. In the eBlackCU project, we began digitizing double-page spreads for yearbooks before 1965 because those books are smaller and fit comfortably on the scanner we were using. However, later yearbooks were larger and did not fit on the scanning bed. As such, we began digitizing one page at a time so that we didn't lose any information from the yearbooks. In your project, you will notice other issues that need to be addressed as the project develops. It is important to monitor and fine-tune the procedures as the project develops based on local resources.
Naming and converting files. After the yearbooks are digitized, there is still more work needed to get them ready for access. If you use a multi-function photocopier, each digital file will go directly from the photocopier over the internet to a designated email account as an attachment. The first step in naming and converting files is to download the raw digital files from the email account. Here are a couple things to watch out for in this process. Number 1. Verify that your email account is large enough to hold the large amounts of data that will circulate through the account. 2. Verify that you downloaded all of the raw digital files. You can do a quick check to confirm that the number of files downloaded equals the number of files in your email account. After you have downloaded the files from your email, you next need to name them. Rather than rename every single file, we recommend placing all raw files from a particular yearbook into a single folder, such as Yearbook 1963. You should do this step immediately after downloading the files from your email so that you can easily return to these raw files at any point in the future. In addition, you may want to back up the raw files on a digital. Next, you need to combine all the raw files from a particular yearbook together into a single file. To combine all the files together, we use a software called Adobe Acrobat Pro. Unlike most of the other software referenced in this tutorial, Adobe Acrobat Pro is not free. However, you may be able to secure a free copy as a donation from a local technology company, library, university, or school district. Regardless of how you attain Adobe Acrobat Pro, you can use the software to A. Combine multiple TIFF or JPEG files into a single PDF file. B. Insert, delete, and/or rotate pages. C. Run optical character recognition or OCR on a file so that it is a full text searchable. Or D. Shrink the PDF file and convert each page of the PDF into a JPEG file for easy online access. After you have combined all the TIFF files into one large PDF, the next step is to confirm that the PDF file actually includes the entire yearbook. With the physical yearbook at your side, go through page by page in the PDF file to verify that no pages are missing and that the scans are complete without missing information. If there are missing pages or missing information in the PDF, you will have to rescan those pages. After you have verified that the PDF file contains a complete digital copy of the yearbook, you can do a few more things to make it easier to access and share. First, you can run OCR. OCR is a tool that scans a series of digital images to automatically recognize text. From this process, the program will create a text file containing all the text in the yearbooks. Although the OCR process is not perfect, it is an easy way to enable searching by name for individuals in the yearbooks. Finally, you can create a low-resolution version of the PDF so that the file will load quicker online. You may also want to split your PDF into smaller sections to make it easier for the PDF to load online. In the eBlackCU project, we split the PDF into sections no larger than 5 megabytes each. In addition to creating a low-resolution PDF, you can also create low-resolution JPEGs for easy online access and sharing. Details on how to do these different tasks can be found in the online print tutorial.
selection of the tutorials based on the particular ways the eBlackCU project has made its digital yearbooks available online. There are many other digital distribution strategies, but we speak on what has worked for us. Please note that to follow the steps described, you need to secure server space and install on the server the free Omeka content management system. Since Omeka is an open source software, Omeka users voluntarily contribute plugins to enhance the functionality of the software. If you have installed Omeka on a server, you can upload all the files you want to go on your website using a free HTTP editor such as FileZilla. Using the Omeka Dropbox plugin, you can place all the files you want to go into your digital library into a single online directory. After you have uploaded all the files to your server, log into the administrative mode of Omeka and add a new item to your digital library for each yearbook. Then add basic information about the yearbook, such as date and title. Next, click on the Files tab at the left side of the screen and you will see a long list of all the files you uploaded to the server in the previous step. Check the boxes for the files you want to associate with this item. Be aware that after you have added files to the item in Omeka, there's no easy way to resort these files without advanced editing at the level of code. When you add yearbook JPEGs to the yearbook item, make sure to upload the pages sequentially. In other words, upload the pages in numerical order so that the pages are not all jumbled together on the website. In addition to uploading the yearbook pages, you can also upload the complete yearbook PDF file. In the eBlackCU project, we uploaded both the large uncompressed PDF file, which we made full text searchable, as well as a low-resolution compressed PDF file split into sections no larger than 5 megabytes each. Having these low-resolution PDF files online enables community members to browse the yearbook page by page using the Docs Viewer Omeka plugin. Please see the print tutorial and the Omeka website for more information to support you through the process of making your digital yearbooks available online.
How to encourage sharing. There is still more you can do to make the digital yearbook project come alive in the community. Some strategies you can pursue include community workshops and distribution via digital disc or social networking sites. Community workshops could highlight some of the ways digital yearbooks could be used, such as for family history and school research. Workshops could also go over how pages from the yearbooks can be downloaded, edited, and sent via email or included in PowerPoint presentations and posters for family reunions or civic events. Workshops could also go over different free software tools that community members can use to do more creative things with the digital yearbook collection. GIMP is a free tool that can be downloaded from the internet. GIMP could be used by community members to edit images from a yearbook to highlight a particular individual or group and then share that image with others. Pages from the yearbooks can also be shared via social networking sites such as the Flickr or Facebook, which allows individuals to tag themselves or others in the yearbook pages. Showing people how to use these tools could be the subject of a community workshop. In addition, you can place your digitized yearbook files on digital disc and distribute the disc in the community. This community distribution will help ensure the long-term preservation of your digitization work since the content will be preserved at multiple locations. There are also ways you can encourage participation using the Omeka software. The Intense Debates Comments plugin enables commenting on every item in your digital library. In this way, people can leave memories that may come from the process of seeing local yearbooks online. Finally, strategic use of media and communications can help build a social network around the digital yearbook project. Coverage in local newspapers and on television can help make the community more aware of the project. You could also create an email listserv to send out announcements, updates, and volunteer projects to interested individuals.
What's the message? The message is yo network. So what's the message? The message is work ethic.
Almost all communities will have years and years of school yearbooks with tens of thousands of pages. It is unlikely that you alone will be able to comprehensively digitize all the yearbooks in a particular community. A goal at all stages of the project should be to develop something that will have a life beyond the time you invest in it. You may be able to mobilize community groups such as a genealogical society or a local school PTA to take over the project. Perhaps a local school teacher will want to continue the digitization project as part of an annual assignment in local history. Or perhaps a computer educator will want to continue the project as part of a digital literacy course. As your project develops, it is of great importance to think about how it could expand and grow organically as a community-owned resource. This expansion will no doubt require multiple community workshops and many meetings with many individuals. The work will be worth it once you see community members starting to continue, deepen, and sustain what you have started. It is the vision of this project that everyone and everyone's history can be included in digital community memory. We hope that pursuing this vision will motivate you to take on the challenge of starting and contributing to digital memory projects in your community.